how to silence your inner critic and build unshakable confidence. Let me ask you this. Have you ever wanted to try something new? Maybe join a competition, start a business, or even speak up in class. But then, boom, a little voice in your head says,
"No, don't do it.
What if you fail?
What if people laugh at you?"
That voice is what we call the inner critic. And trust me, everyone has it. Even the most confident people you know, they have it. But here is the exciting part. We are going to learn how to make that voice quiet down so you can step into greatness. Are you ready? Let's talk. Let's start with this. Why does the voice even exist? Why can't our mind just cheer us on all the time? Here is the first thing to know. Your inner critic is not a magical monster living in your head. It is actually part of your brain that is developed to keep you safe. Let me break it down. You know, a long time ago, our ancestors didn't live in houses like we do now. They lived in forests and caves, surrounded by wild animals. If they didn't stay alert and think, you know what would happen to them? They could get eaten by lions or bears. So their brains created this little alarm system that kept saying,
"Be careful. Don't take risks. Play it safe."
Fast forward to today, we don't have to worry about lions chasing us. We thank God for that. But the alarm system is still there. Now, instead of saying, watch out for the lion, it says, watch out for failure. Don't embarrass yourself. What if people don't like you? It is like a smoke detector going off even when there is no fire. So you see, your inner critic is not trying to hurt you. It is just overprotective. But we don't need it yelling all the time, do we? Absolutely no. Now let's talk about how the inner critic sounds. And I'm very sure that you have heard it before. It is that voice that says things like, you are not good enough. Why even try? You just fail. You don't deserve success. Sometimes it is very loud and obvious, like when you are about to do something scary. Other times, it is very sneaky. It might sound like, are you sure you are ready for this? Maybe you should wait until you are better. That voice is not you. It is just noise. You wouldn't let a random stranger talk to you like that, right? So why let your inner critic to do that to you? Let's go way back. Do you know Albert Einstein? This man here, he is famous for this formula. Many people think he was born a genius. But did you know that he didn't speak fluently until he was 4 years old? His teachers even labeled him as slow in class. If you were in his shoes, what would be going through your mind? I get it. But can you imagine if Einstein had let that inner critic to win? What would have happened? What about Oprah Winfrey? She was told that she wasn't fit for television, and your guess is as good as mine. If she listened to her inner critic or her real critics, she wouldn't be the icon she is today. Here in Ghana, think of Sarkodie. Do you think he didn't face doubts when he started? Of course he did. But instead of letting that voice stop him, he turned it into motivation. You see, these people had inner critics too. They just didn't let the voices to drive the car. And you can do the same thing. Now let me tell you why silencing your inner critic is very important. You see, confidence is like a passport. It doesn't mean you will never face challenges, but it allows you to explore opportunities, take risks, and grow. Without confidence, you will stay stuck, letting that inner voice to control your life. And I believe you don't want that. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is a skill you build, just like learning to ride a bike. The more you practice, the more you get better, right? Now let's take a critical look at the steps to silence your inner critic. 1. Name the voice. You need to first identify the voice. Give your inner critic a name. Something like Silly Nana or Doubtful Dawn. You might be wondering why you should even give an inner voice a name. Hear me out. Once you name your inner voice, you can separate it from yourself. And whenever you hear that voice, it stands out. And you can say, oh, that is nagging Nana talking over there. I don't have to listen. Next, you challenge the critic. When your inner critic says, for example, you will never succeed, ask yourself, is this fact or opinion? Most of the time, it is just an opinion. Wrong one, of course. Replace it with facts. For example, if your inner voice says, you are not good at this, remind yourself, I am still learning, and that is perfectly okay. Next, you flip the script. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, ask yourself, what if it goes right? Imagine yourself succeeding and not failing. When you visualize success all the time, it trains your brain to expect positive outcomes all the time. Next, you surround yourself with positivity. Have you noticed how some people's energy lifts you up and others to drag you down? So make sure you spend time with people who believe in you, people who cheer you on. Their positivity would keep you moving forward. Celebrate small wins. Every time you achieve something, even small, celebrate it. Did you try something new? Great. Did you speak up in a meeting? Amazing. Every small win silences the critic and boosts your confidence. Now here is the fun part. That same energy your inner critic uses to doubt you can be flipped into fuel. Doubts are like weights in the gym. They are very heavy, but when you lift them, it makes you stronger. Now let's talk about building confidence that nobody can shake, even the nagging nana. And start small. Begin with one step outside of your comfort zone, like trying a new hobby or speaking up in class. Let's practice gratitude. Write down things you are proud of every day. It could be as simple as helping a friend or even finishing your chores. Next, you fake it till you make it. Walk, talk, and act like the confident person you want to be. Eventually, it will become real. You learn from your failures. Instead of saying, I have failed, say, I learned. Every mistake is a lesson, not a definition. And lastly, keep showing up. Confidence grows every time you show up, even when you are scared. The more you do it, the less scary it becomes. If you found this helpful, I'm sure you're going to love all the videos on this channel. Do well to check the videos out. Remember to subscribe to join this amazing family. Give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts down in the comment section below. This is Diverse Discovery with Rash, reminding you that you are more powerful than you think. See you next time.